At Frink Relativistic Enterprises, we are giving you the chance to travel back in time and visit ancient Rome in its former splendour and glory. But first, there are some things you need to know about life in ancient Rome. There are some things you need to know about travelling in ancient Rome. First of all, chariots were not allowed on the streets in the daytime, unless carrying goods. Also, they had a very unique system of navigating around town. Instead of using maps, they assumed that if you were travelling someplace, you generally knew where you wanted to go, and thus there were no maps or street signs or anything else that was designed, put there specifically to tell you where you were supposed to be going. There are, however, some ways that you can still find your way. For example, columns like these, which represented victories by the Roman Empire, can be used as monuments or waypoints, and can be used to tell you where exactly you are located. We pride ourselves on having a wide range of authentic places for you to stay. These include numerous taverns and inns, as well as some early hotels. For a premium deal, we could even set you up in someone else's house. This was a common practice in ancient Rome, with the logic being that if you allow someone in to stay for the night now, if you ever happen to visit their hometown, they will return the favour. Although the mighty Roman forums were the economic centre of ancient Rome, they were far from the only source of commerce. Average people doing their everyday shopping would come to smaller markets like these, which would sell various foodstuffs and livestock. The main source of food in ancient Rome was bread, with the average citizen eating as many as 10 loaves per day. These weren't eaten on their own, but were usually eaten with various delicacies, like sausage, eggs, fowl, cheese, or fish. As the centre of a highly cultural empire, ancient Rome had access to all kinds of different delicacies. Let's have a look inside one of the Roman houses where you might be staying. In this central area, there are rooms for kitchens and bedrooms, and in the back there is an enclosed garden, surrounded by other rooms. Even the roofs of these houses were specially designed to accommodate rainwater. The Romans took pride in many spectacular public buildings, including libraries such as these, and huge, highly sophisticated baths. The Romans were also a highly religious society, worshipping many gods, from temples such as these. Temples were commonplace and came in a wide variety of styles, and ranged from being full to the top with artifacts to being almost devoid of anything at all. The Circus Maximus was a massive ancient stadium that could seat up to 150,000 people at once. Many events were carried out here, including various fights and races, including chariot races and even races by people on feet. This event had a huge amount of culture with it, and is a brilliant thing to spectate. Slaves and athletes from all over the empire would pit themselves against each other in these magnificent events. Ancient Rome brought in more water every day than present-day Manhattan. These were taken in vast, mighty aqueducts that could extend hundreds of kilometers along, at only a few meters elevation drop. They were stored in massive tanks like these, and then rerouted to the fountains and other public works. Perhaps the best known of Roman buildings, the Roman Colosseum was definitely the most magnificent. In its former glory, the structure was over 50 meters high and capable of seating 50,000 spectators. But best of all are the events, which you will get to spectate during your visit to ancient Rome. In some events, gladiators fought mighty, ferocious beasts from far distant lands. But best of all was when two gladiators were pitted against each other. The winner would become a hero, would go down in history. The loser would be just another bag of bones to pile on the graveyard. It was the ultimate test of strength and courage. There are many fabulous things to see in ancient Rome, and it truly is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So come with us, back in time, travel to ancient Rome, and see a culture that has been lost for nearly 2,000 years. It will be an experience you will never forget, and one that may not come round again. And so, we look forward to seeing you in ancient Rome.